Hey guys, Yoiston here with our sixth live stream. Thank you all for joining me today, and I hope you guys are all doing well wherever you are in Middle-earth. Let me see here. Yeah, it's good to see all you guys. Let's see here, we got about 50 with us. Hey guys, Yoiston here with our sixth live stream. Thank you all for joining me today, and I hope you guys are all... Whoops, had that playing in the second window. All right, there we go. Okay, well, now I know you guys can hear me, so that's cool. How is everybody today? Yeah, it's good to see you guys. Oh, man, I always look forward to these. Well, I mean, even, especially this one. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Yeah, you guys are seeing me on the Lord of the Rings Online right now. That's awesome. Since this is my first time streaming the Lord of the Rings Online, just let me know how the audio is. I'm just still trying to adjust all that to make sure I'm loud enough, to make sure the game isn't too loud, or to make sure that's also loud enough. Just let me know kind of how all that sounds. Yeah, it's great to see you guys. Marion Baggins, thank you for joining us. I know I saw that this is your first one that you're able to make it to. It's great to have you. Yeah, man, it means so much to me that you guys enjoy the content, that you enjoy these live streams, that you want to be here with me. Just to let you guys know, I'm on the server Arkenstone, and I'm not quite sure what I'll be doing today, but I'll be running around, probably doing some instances, interacting with you guys if you're online, and we'll talk some Lord of the Rings Online. We'll talk some lore as well. But yeah, this is the I guess renowned Yoiston here. I'm actually sporting the Minas Morgul pre-order armor. Minas Morgul is an expansion that's going to come out in about a month. Oh, a month from today, actually. Yeah, it's great to see you guys. So, just a shameless plug. I love this game, as you guys, especially those of you who have followed my channel for a long time know. I absolutely love the Lord of the Rings Online. It's by far my favorite game. This is my main and favorite character. This is where my name comes from for the channel. So, yeah, awesome. Let's see. Uruana Undomio asks, I really wish I could play LOTRO. Is it available on Mac, or do I need to get a PC for it? I do believe there is a Mac version. I do play the PC, but it shouldn't matter. Like, you should be able to cross-platform on this game. I think there's a Mac version. Audio's good. Yoiston sounds like an Elvish name from Dream Master. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, actually, this, like the suffix, stan, comes from the LOTRO, or the LOTRO kind of suffixes that they give you for man names of Rohan, since Yoiston's from Rohan. And then Yoi is a word that I've applied to all my characters on Arkenstone, just over the years for whatever reason. So yeah, usually if you see a character on Arkenstone running around with the name Yoi in it, it's gonna be probably me. Probably. I watch now. Somebody's gonna go out there and make like a bunch of Yoi characters, and it's not gonna be me. But yeah, you definitely know on Arkenstone, Yoiston is me. So yeah, that fireball. So that's a heat wave from the summer festival. So I'm at Bag End here, and the party tree's right down here. It's just a part of a quest that's going on for it's like a summer festival like renewal, like they're doing it again. So we got a Bjorning here. We got an elf. I just believe she's a normal elf, not a high elf. Got a bunch of hobbits. Man, yeah. See, this is why I love the game. Just the atmosphere is so cool. Yeah. A minstrel, hobbit minstrel, running around carrying some ice. Joy asks me, can I imitate Jar Jar Binks? Oh, man. Misa called Jar Jar Binks! That's the best I got for you. Yeah, and feel free to ask lore questions and stuff too. Kind of as I play, I'll just play casually, and this is something a little different, just for the visuals. But I'll also answer I'll go ahead and answer some lore questions as well as we kind of walk around the Shire. So, Junebug Films asks, what are some of your theories about the new Shadow, and where do you think Tolkien would have taken it if he had finished it? This is Gaffer Gamgee, Sam's dad over here. Where do I think he would have gone with it? So, I think I saw a comment today, actually, on that video that I made a while back. That it's not where Tolkien really wanted to write, because it would have been the Age of Men. At least the first Age of Men, really, dominating the world and all that kind of stuff. I think it would have been kind of like, in some ways, probably what we got with the Star Wars sequels, in a way where it's like you have cults, like kind of like the First Order of Sauron, or of followers of Sauron. It would have been probably a cult of, maybe towards a Black Númenórean or something like that. Just kind of like how the First Order is almost kind of like a cult towards the Empire in Star Wars. It's the same kind of thing. So, Black Current says, "Are you good at talking as Gollum?" That one's harder than Jar Jar. Let me see. My precious. I don't know. That's that could use some work, but yeah, that's what I got for you. Max Mercer asks, will you be reviewing Amazon's Lord of the Rings series? Let me get on a horse here let's just head from Hobbiton to Bree. So, will I be reviewing Amazon's Lord of the Rings series? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think, so that will be in probably like 2 years from now. Kind of what I want to do with that is I might take a break from my lore videos while, if it comes out once a week like Game of Thrones did, I'll probably take a break from making lore videos and just make weekly reviews and kind of discussions about the episode, about the lore that we see within the episode. That's what some of my friends from the Game of Thrones channels did with Game of Thrones. Orange Lightning. I used to do a good Gollum impression, then puberty happened. Fair enough. I don't know how Andy Serkis did it. I know he needed to like concoct like a honey-based tea or something to where his voice just didn't get destroyed. Because I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I actually used to do a lot of theater and choir a couple years ago, and just being in those kind of things, I learned how easily you could hurt your voice. So looking back at how he did Gollum, it's just insane. Morgoth Boglier asks, what do you think about World of Warcraft, lore, and game stuff? I actually never really got into World of Warcraft. Well, okay, so I got into the Warcraft, I think it was Warcraft 3. It was like the kind of army strategic game. I got into that more than I ever really got into the online game. For me, this was like Lord of the Rings Online was really my first online game that I ever really played and really got into, at least in terms of MMOs. And yeah, I don't know, I've stuck with it. I played some Star Wars: The Old Republic. I like that one a lot. Some of the stories are kind of repetitive and stuff, but it's a really good game overall, I'd say. Kirsar asks, says, you just need to put your tongue in the back of your throat. That's how you do Gollum. How do you do that? Stupid fat hobbit. I don't know. It's funny because it's like I want to learn how to speak Elvish pretty well, or at least like the Namadrie poem. I think it was one of my other live streams. I tried to read that at the end. I'd love to know how to do that and how to do the Gollum voice. It's so tough. It's so tough. Gothmog the Great and Armin asks, have you played any Elder Scrolls games? And yeah, it's pretty much the same thing with Gothmog the Great. Do you play Skyrim? Actually, I love Skyrim. I love Oblivion 2, or as well, Elder Scrolls 4 and 5. They're both really fun. I'm super excited to see what they'll do with Elder Scrolls 6 if we kind of go to Hammerfell or any of these places. I'm definitely not as familiar with the lore as well as I am with Lord of the Rings or even Star Wars or Game of Thrones, but Lord of the Rings is where I'm at. Is this game still alive, though? I'd say so. Gimling, is it Gimli G? Gimli G? Yeah, I'd say it's still alive. It's maybe not as active as it was 10 years ago when it came out, but it's really got a good and loyal fan base. I'll show you guys the world chat, for instance. Like all these, and this is just on Arkenstone, not even, I would argue, not even one of the main servers. If you want a lot of active players, maybe Brandywine or Crick Hollow, like that's kind of where a lot of people go to. The Phoenix Effect, have I played any of the Witcher games? I actually haven't yet. I still need to play Witcher 3. I've just been wanting to, but for some reason I haven't picked it up quite yet. I do want to at some point. William Moles asks, favorite Lord of the Rings book? That's a killer question right there. That's a killer. I can't say one, because for me, The Lord of the Rings is one book. You can't just be like, oh, Two Towers, because it's to get the full narrative arc of Frodo, of Gollum, of Aragorn, to really see how any of these characters progress, you need all 3 books, which I think Tolkien wanted to just be one book, The Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and recently I've gotten way more into the Silmarillion from doing these videos about the Silmarillion. It's just so rich. It's such a deep lore. And also something I noticed is the Silmarillion has like the best memes. Oh my gosh. That, like, on Instagram, I started following a Silmarillion meme page. On Reddit, started following Silmarillion memes. It's just so funny because it's so deep lore, right? You really have to kind of know what's going on to know what these memes are discussing, but it's so funny. Oh, that's a great question. Morgoth Boglier asks, what do you think about the critics made by George R.R. Martin, the critiques made by George R.R. Martin about the ending of Lord of the Rings, how Tolkien didn't explain how Aragorn ruled his kingdom? So, with George R.R. Martin, it makes sense. He would have wanted, like, again, his story is pretty political when you get down to it, right? You've got all these political players, Peter Baelish, Varys, all of these people having different backgrounds going after each other. I think in Lord of the Rings, if you pay enough attention to Aragorn as a character as he goes through his narrative arc, you would kind of know what king he would be. It's like he is a great warrior, which does not necessarily make a great king, as we see with Robert Baratheon in Game of Thrones. Just because you're a great warrior doesn't mean you're a great king. But Aragorn is valiant, he's honorable, so you could kind of see how it might affect his politics. And this is, again, during like the week and stuff, I study political science at college. So these, this is coming to my mind before, where I'm kind of like, I wonder, what kind of king Aragorn would be. I don't think we needed to see his tax policies, his economics, to really kind of know how he would have been as a character, or as a king. You could probably guess what kind of politics he would have gotten by the kind of character he was, right? And leaving it up to interpretation makes Aragorn a lovable character, rather than, oh, his political leanings are like this, so okay, Aragorn, I don't agree with him there. It's like it leaves it up for interpretation based on the reader and the reader's ideologies. So whatever that good king means to you is kind of where it's at. I don't think we needed to kind of see it, but again, I get George R.R. Martin and like how he would have wanted to. That just wasn't the heart of Tolkien's works. It wasn't about his economic and political policies. Top 5 favorite dwarves. Blackcurrant asks, top 5 favorite dwarves of Thorin's company. His are Dwalin, Balin, Fili, Kili, and Bofer. Mine have to be Thorin, Balin, or Balin. Balin? Yeah. Dwalin, Oin. No, sorry, not Oin. Gloin. There we go. So yeah, Thorin, Balin, Gloin, Dwalin, and it's hard keeping them all straight. I just have to, for the memes, I have to say Bomber. He's, like, how Tolkien writes him is just so funny. Like, even in The Lord of the Rings, even in this game, he needs to be carried around by other dwarves on, like, a cart or something, because he just got pretty massive, which is just so cool. So awesome. It's so Bomber. I love it. just based on kind of what they did after the events or during the events of The Hobbit. Yeah, I'd say that's why. Can I do some raids? Morgoth Bogbear? Sure. So, yeah, I don't know if I can make it all the way to the Balrog, but I sure can try. So, yeah, there is a Balrog. It's in the Rift of Nurjgashu in Angmar. Let me see here. Level 50, it's 12 person, but I am level 120, so maybe I can do it.
Within the Rift of Nurjgashu, Angmar mines for the ore they need to arm their legions. In their search for iron, they have uncovered the home of the Eldgang.
Oh yeah, the Lego game, the Lego Lord of the Rings is so good. Yeah. No, I get how that reminds you of it, for sure. Here, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Let's see. Kenny Kelly Garcia asks favorite Valar. I think we talk about this every which is it's perfectly fine. I love getting into this question. I think we talk about it every live stream. So, okay, for his actions, I think after everything I've read, I'd have to say Ulmo, because oh my goodness. Just, yeah, because he helps Tur, he helps Turgon found Gondolin, and Finrod found Nargothrond. I'd have to say him. But for the memes, for just the basic, like, physicality and... I don't even know. For just who he is, Tulkas is just... We love Tulkas. I think it's just our running theme to mention him on every live stream. He's our boy, dude. And I know if Royan was here, he's back at college, so that's why he's not here. But maybe he'll join in the chat or in the game later. But I know he'd also say Tulkas is up there for him. He's just so funny. It's like anytime Morgoth sees him, it's like, oh crap, I'm about to get, like, just wrecked. Let's see. Drake Hawken asks, favorite language from the Tolkien books? So I would say Sindarin. It sounds beautiful, and it sounds like a mix of something a little more holy and spiritual, like Quenya, but also a little bit more earthly, right? Like the Sindar. So like the Elves of Doriath and all that. For me, I would say that one. It's just some of the names, like even that are written into the Silmarillion, the Eldalie. It's like, oh, that's a beautiful word. Favorite man from the First Age, from the Rampaging Rhino. There we go. A lot of alliteration. The Rampaging Rhino. What is my favorite man from the First Age? I would probably... Okay, I'd probably have to say Baron. It's so cool, like... man, it's a tough one. It's a tough one, right? Because with Baron, you have him running around Dorthonion for 4 years, kind of being the friend of all these good animals, birds, and beasts, and then only hunting those that serve Morgoth. So I don't know. And then obviously all the events with him and Baron and Lúthien in that whole tale. But I don't know, man. Turin is fun to read, but he's kind of not a good guy sometimes, Turin. He's just kind of super arrogant. So I'd probably say Baron overall. I like Hurin too, as well. There are a lot of good ones. Galforin? Galf44N asks, you got the endgame gear. Also, are you excited for Ms. Morgul? Oh, I am so excited. I am so excited. I think I've been like pre-ordering expansions since Rise of Isengard. I pre-ordered that one years ago, right? And I've been just trying to pre-order like every single one since. So I always get excited when they announce an expansion and the pre-orders and all that stuff. Oh yeah, this is a giant, by the way. a fire giant, I guess. Not sure how canonical it is, but yeah. Yeah, I am super excited. Also, I just wanted to plug that again. Yeah, I mean, Minas Morgul. Like I linked it in the description. If you're interested in Lord of the Rings Online or you're interested in the Minas Morgul expansion, I left some links down there. Please check it out. I love this game. It really, this is the reason I'm a YouTuber for Lord of the Rings, right? It taught me so much and really got me so invested in the lore, right? I have to credit the movies, like Peter Jackson's films. I have to credit this game, and I have to credit Battle for Middle-earth, just for the love, like, you know, for getting me into reading Tolkien's works, for pushing me into the lore, you know? Okay, I think he says he's got this, so I don't know which way to go. I can't remember. Yeah, what was I talking about? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, just how much I love LOTRO. So yeah, if this is interesting, I'd love to see you guys in the game or what have you, and to keep everything going. Oh, somebody asked me what was my favorite color. For some reason, that's awesome. I love it. I would say generally throughout my life it's been purple. I do love green and blue though, but I'd say purple's my favorite color. Connor Kendrick, thank you so much for the donation. Hey Yoyston, have you looked into David Day's works concerning Tolkien? What did you think? And thank you for all you do. Thank you, I appreciate that. David Day. So yeah, I actually have some of his stuff in just like my Tolkien collection. I don't know. Ever since like what I've read on Tolkien Gateway, which is I highly recommend if you ever have like questions about Tolkien's works and stuff. It helps me a ton with my research. Please check out Tolkien Gateway. But it just kind of helps connect and give sources into Tolkien's material. It kind of helps gather things. But from what I've read from there and kind of from what I've seen in David Day's works, I don't know if I can trust it completely, right? So the problem with even Tolkien Gateway, all these different kind of mediums in which you can learn about Tolkien's works, and that also includes my channel, is that sometimes mistakes are made, right? So I've made mistakes on past videos. Actually, Royan and I talked about just the mistakes in Tolkien's works and mistakes that I've made in my videos concerning Tolkien's works. We made a podcast about that a couple days ago. It's over on Patreon if you want to check that out. But ultimately, yeah, I mean, in translating the works into something that's a little bit more connected, right? Like a whole video about the giants of Middle-earth or the beings of Middle-earth, there are going to be mistakes that are made. So David Day, in that, I'm like, okay, fair enough. Everybody makes mistakes, but I feel like with him, there are just a lot of mistakes. So really take any of his works with a grain of salt, I would say. Marion Baggins asks, what place in Middle-earth do you want to go if it's real? Quite a few places. If I could only choose one, I would say the Shire. The Shire it's just beautiful, right? And it would be the best vacation ever. I'd feel so relaxed coming back from the Shire. I'd have some ale with the hobbits at the Green Dragon Inn. Perhaps even have some old Toby. Just kick back with the hobbits as it's meant to be and just relax. But beyond that, if I could go and adventure, I would say I'd love to just adventure, especially through Eriador. That's always been kind of one of the places I love, partially because of this game, right? A lot of the adventures take you through Eriador. So, Craig Barker, thank you so much for the super chat donation. It means a lot. I have not. Oops. Oh, I can't do that in combat. Okay. Aha, there she is. She's stuck. Have I ever been to New Zealand? I actually haven't been there yet. I do want to go though. Probably after college, I'll take a trip down there. And oh man, I can't wait. I'd love it. Would I rather see Gondor or Mordor? Oh man, Gondor for sure. Because then I'd actually like come back. Like I wouldn't be afraid to. I probably wouldn't die. Mordor. There's no certainty that I'm coming back from that. Okay, there we go. I'm out of combat now. Harry France, thanks for the support, man. I really appreciate that. Kyle Rasman asks, would Sauron be worried or have pause if Ringil, the sword that wounded his boss 7 times, was found and being used against him? Oh, I'd say so. Honestly, anything from the First Age that did something to Morgoth, probably even like Angrist. Yeah, is that what it is? Angrist? The dagger that cut out the Silmaril. Like, I think if any of those artifacts were found, that would probably give Sauron a little bit of worry. Because, again, they were able to, with the help of the Valar, they were able to take down Morgoth, and Sauron knows he's less powerful than Morgoth, so. Oh, Marion Baggins, you're going to New Zealand soon? That's awesome. Margot Robbie is a Lúthien. That would be pretty cool, honestly. I think she could do it. That'd be awesome. Okay, Giant, what am I supposed to do now? I think I'm supposed to go defeat somebody else now. Sorry, yeah, this is a big raid. We'll see if I can make it to the Balrog at the end, if I'm even powerful enough at 120. These guys are like, yeah, level 50 and 55 and stuff, so they're pretty weak compared to Yoiston at this point in the game, but man, it's still meant for 12 people. So we'll see. Feel free, also, if you guys play LOTRO, I'll add you to the raid right now, and we can just go through this together. If you're on Arkenstone, I'd love to add you. Is this where I came from? No! Nice. Alright, we found it. Let's get him. Her Dark Curve, Christopher Tolkien as Lúthien's father. That would be awesome, honestly, to see Christopher Tolkien as Thingol. that'd be hilarious. Yeah, that'd be super cool though. Henry Person, thank you so much for the super chat. It means a lot. Greetings from Canada. Oh, greetings from the U.S. Over here. Yeah. The fact that Tolkien left some holes and gaps of knowledge in his work make Middle-earth seem much more real and interesting to me. What are your thoughts? I agree. Well, so what Royan and I... oh, real fast, Marion. So I see your comment. What is my opinion on Ulmo's car? I'm not quite sure what you mean there. If you could elaborate, I'd be happy to answer that. Let's see. What... okay, yeah. So the gaps in Tolkien's works. So the solution Royan and I always talk about for that is the frame narrative, that everything we read from Tolkien's works, from the Silmarillion to the Lord of the Rings to even, I think, the histories of Middle-earth, like all the kind of notes and stuff, they all come from authors within the works, right? Bilbo, Frodo, Sam, Pippin, Merry. Like, they come from authors within the works, from the Red Book of Westmarch or others. So it's pretty cool that there are gaps, because if I were to write a book, right, based on real-world events, I would also have gaps in the knowledge. So if you take that into account, it's like, yeah, it makes sense Bilbo wouldn't know necessarily everything. He wouldn't know what happened, or Frodo, I guess, wouldn't know what happened to the Entwives, for instance. He wouldn't know some of these questions that we have. He wouldn't know what happened to the Blue Wizards. So yeah, it makes it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more enigmatic for sure. Let's see, Marion Baggins, in the Fall of Gondolin, Ulmo's car? I thought he traveled through the ocean. Max Mercer, I don't agree. Leaving the entirety of the War of Wrath off page is a total outrage. And that's completely fair. I don't fault you for that. I mean, I think it would have been cool maybe to hear some of these events in a little bit more detail. For sure. But at the end of the day, what matters, especially in the War of Wrath, is the results of Morgoth being pushed back. Now, it would have been interesting, I agree, to see the Free Peoples capture places of old that they once held, right? So throughout the War of Wrath, they pushed from West Beleriand into Northeast Beleriand, where Angband was. It would have been cool to see them reclaim the ruins of Nargothrond, to see them reclaim Gondolin, or the ruins of Gondolin, right? As it goes through. It would have been kind of a neat way to wrap up the Silmarillion. So I completely get what you mean. However, it's just like, again, the end result of the War of Wrath is kind of what we need. So, there we go. Lady Anna. Aragorn and Legolas went now with Éomer in the van. Instead of giving them horses, he gives them like scooters, and they just ride across Rohan on some electric scooters. Oh, here, Darkhoov, do you plan to make a video on Balin soon? If not, do you plan to ever do one? Oh, yeah, for sure. And actually, this gives me a good reminder. I need a recommendation for what to do next week. Since I've been in the Silmarillion for the past month, I'd love to do a Lord of the Rings or a Hobbit video. Would you guys like to see a Balin/Balin's Company next week for a normal video? Just let me know. That would actually be perfect. But yeah, I know I'd love to make one. The whole Balin's Company in Moria is super interesting because it's just like kind of what happened, right? For a while they were doing okay, and then just suddenly communication stopped, right? Did the orcs hear them? Did something go wrong with the Watcher in the water, right? It's pretty interesting, and I'd love to kind of share what we do know about it, some of the research. Marion Baggins, what do you think of my gal Lúthien? Oh, I love Lúthien. I'd say she's probably my favorite, like, woman in the Legendarium. Yeah, elf maiden, whatever you wanna say with that. Like, I'd probably say so. She's so powerful, right? Which is interesting too, because that's even a fraction. That's only a fraction of like Melian the Maya's power, her mother. But we see Lúthien go out into the world and do something with that power more than Melian. Melian just creates the girdle around Doriath, and that's kind of it. But what we see Lúthien do is just so groundbreaking. It's kind of a bit of a turn of the tide at that point in the Silmarillion. She goes and stops Sauron, and really she sends Sauron like just out, right? And it's just like he's out. He's done for the rest of the Silmarillion. So I think why there are somebody's asking about all the giants here. So I think they are here. So this is in Angmar. Let me see. Eriador, Angmar. So right now I'm in a raid that's up here at the top, like the northeast corner. And I think these giants were made. They were probably captured in like the Misty Mountains or what the former Iron Mountains, and I think they were probably made slaves of the Iron Crown of Angmar. So, oh yeah, Marion Baggins, and she was Tolkien's wife. Exactly. Yeah, I love Lúthien. Why are there giants in the game? So that's a good question, Myra Mahan. So, it is something about this game. Like, it doesn't really bother me because what I always say is that as long as adaptations of Tolkien's works are true to the themes of Tolkien's works, that's what's important. Now, sometimes LOTRO, I'll admit, can get away from some of the themes within Tolkien's works, but not enough to make me be like, oh, this isn't a good adaptation, right? I love this game, right, for many reasons, but, sometimes it's a little loose. I agree. Like, so the giants are here probably just because, they're interesting. We don't know that much about them. But to be fair, we don't know much about Angmar as well, so it would make sense for there to be a lot of giants here. So yeah, there we go. It looks like you guys liked the idea of Balin's Company for next week. So yeah, I'll either do an epic character history on Balin or some kind of new series or something on Balin's expedition. Yeah, there we go, expedition. But yeah, I'll definitely cover all the expedition, if not Balin's whole life. I'll figure out kind of the medium in which I'll talk about it, but for sure, yeah, I can do that. Laura. Oh, sorry, Laura. I saw the AU, and I'm like... sorry, the AUR, and I was like, sour, right? Sauron spelled that way, so I'm just used to... The Tolkien pronunciations have gotten in my head, for sure. Even in class, I'll see stuff that's like, oh, it's AU, so it must make ow. It must make that sound. But, classic. Yeah, no, feel free. So this game is Lord of the Rings Online, for those of you who are joining or don't know. This game is Lord of the Rings Online. This is where the name Yoiston comes from, all that good stuff. I'm trying to get through a raid right now to at least the end. I don't think I'll be able to win, to finish it. I don't think I'm strong enough, but we'll see. I haven't died yet, so maybe we can do this. But I'm trying to show you guys the Balrog at the end of this. If I can here. Hey Marjo, thanks for joining in. Yeah, it's good to see you guys here. And thanks on the congrats, Knight. Yeah, no, you know, like I always say, right? I'm just a Tolkien fan with a microphone and with, you know, a channel and stuff. But honestly, what's so special about the Men of the West YouTube channel, about all this stuff, is just, it's our community, right? It's all of you guys coming together. All, you know, we're all endeavoring to understand more about Middle Earth and about Arda. So I really appreciate that. Let me grab a drink. Oh man, the last live stream we did, I was here with Royan, right? And I'm like, oh man, I didn't even grab a cup of water before we started. So I went an hour and a half without like drinking anything. That was a mistake. Love you too, Kyle. thanks for joining in the live stream. Marion Baggins, what songs do you wish were in The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings movies? Man, I wish... I would say foremost, I wish the song of Durin, or Durin's Awakening, however you want to say it, the one that Gimli sings in Moria, I wish first and foremost that one was in there. I love that song so much. I love all the different variations of it, right? Peter Hollins did a take on it, and Uriel did a take. My favorite is the one by the Lonely Mountain Band. I love that song so much. As for the other ones, honestly, the one in The Prancing Pony, the one Frodo sings, that would have been cool to see. The song of Nimloth, or sorry, not Nimloth, Nimrodel. Nimloth is my sword, is the white tree. Oh yeah, sweet. We got a tell here. Welcome, Gui here. Is that how you say the name? Yeah, I wish the song of Nimrodel that Legolas sang was in there. There are a couple of them for sure. Welcome, Gui here. Awesome. Yeah, again, if you guys are on Arkenstone or whatever, please, yeah, I'll invite you to the group for sure. Rude Bar, do you ever play Battle for Middle Earth? I love Battle for Middle Earth. Honestly, so Royan and I were actually trying to figure out how to do this. So before we decided on doing a LOTRO live stream for 200,000, it was originally going to be a Battle for Middle Earth live stream. Here, I'm just so I can keep talking. Gui here, I imagine you're in the live stream. But yeah, this is level 55 or 50, so we should be fine around to level 50. It's okay. Just hack and slash as much as you can. But originally this was going to be Battle for Middle Earth. However, I couldn't get OBS Studio, which is doing the live stream right now, to work well with Battle for Middle Earth. So I'll keep trying some stuff. Pretty much, I don't know if you guys have any suggestions for that, but pretty much what would happen is I'd launch up Battle for Middle Earth, try to record it through OBS, and it would just go black screen. I don't know if it's because it's too old or because it takes up the whole screen. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it's, let's see, Scarge 101, I just noticed the ability clicking. Oh, how that hurts me. That's fair. Again, I understand, like, this is definitely an MMO, right? It's not, Marksy, welcome. Rocking the best class in the game. Thanks, Knight. Oh, yeah, it's good to see you guys. Knight, nice as well. You're a captain, too. Nice. I love the captain. Yeah, if you guys are on Arkenstone, feel free. I'll make this a raid here. Oops, in a private instance. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, this is definitely an MMO though. So if this kind of clicking isn't your thing, I completely understand. But there are a lot of good Middle Earth games out there for sure. Have you tried window capture rather than game capture, Venex? We tried that, I think. There are like a couple, different types of capturing. Every time the screen just went black, or it took up a part of the screen and a part of the screen went black. It was really odd. Let's see here. Uriana, have you played Skyrim's Lord of the Rings mod? Oh man, I think I will the next time I load up Skyrim. I noticed a lot of it's just like armor and stuff, but yeah, probably the next time I play it. They always look so cool. I know you can walk around as like in Sauron armor pretty much. Let's see. Somebody was asking here. Oh goodness. Yeah, Junebird Films favorite Led Zeppelin Middle Earth song. Ramble On for sure. I love Ramble On. There are definitely a couple of them where Lord of the Rings or Tolkien's works are referenced in Led Zeppelin. For me, Ramble On. It's just every time. Now's the tale that can't be told. My freedom I hold dear. How years ago, in days of old, when magic filled the air, 'twas in the darkest depths of Mordor I met a girl so fair. But Gollum and the evil one crept up and slipped away with her. Ain't nothing I can do now. Yeah, sorry. Hopefully that was good. I don't know. Just felt the song come about me. Yeah, welcome Gui here. Let's see. I know everybody else is trying to run through and get here. I'll wait a sec. TJ, been around since 10K. Glad to see the channel has grown. You really deserve it. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the long-term support. Whether you're new to the channel, old to the channel, or been with the channel a long time, I mean, it really, yeah, it means a lot. It means the world to me. Sing a song for a video. I thought about it. I think it would be cool to do a rendition of one of Tolkien's songs for a video. For the voice of Valar, JJ. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I want to do maybe the Song of Durin. Marksy, here we go. Awesome. Yeah. Comic Nut 64, thanks for the super chat. Keep up the good work, Yoist, and I just reread The Hobbit, and Bilbo has a clock. How come hobbits had clocks? Wait, what? He had a clock? Oh man, I don't even remember that, but part of me, like, I don't doubt it though. I'll have to look into that. If it's possible that he did have some kind of clock, you know, so they're kind of based off of hobbits are kind of based off of certain like Englishmen and stuff, so maybe it's possible that they had some kind of contraption for that, maybe even built by dwarves. Yeah, I don't know, that's interesting. The Hobbit has some kind of outlandish stuff when you consider the legendarium at large. It's pretty interesting. Thank you guys, thanks for the comments on the singing. I really appreciate it. Oh man, we're getting the group together. Let's yeah, Knight, dude, I got the Mordrith armor too. Oh, I love that, or the costume. Can we dance as Mordrith and stuff? Let's see. No. I don't even remember how to get out of the costume. Oh, on any damage. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we're just gonna wait for a sec. Wait for everybody to catch up. Yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Let's see if we can take on this Balrog. I tried converting it to a raid, but I can't do it while in the instance. If more people join us, I'll exit the instance, convert it to a raid, and then I'll come back in. What trait line? Gurjan Kroll asks, what trait line are you using for your captain? I'm using red with a mix, so I think I have all the trait points. I'm using red with kind of a mix of blue and then like one tank. So this is like my damage trait. If I need to change for the raid, I will, but I pretty much have all of them. So I have a tank class and a healing class, or trait tree, and then damage. Marksy says, I consider the raid, or the Rift, the best raid in LOTRO personally. Oh, I completely get you there. I love the Rift. It's so good. Oh man, I need to... Let's see if I can get out of this costume. Oh yeah, so here's one of the dogs that came with the pre-order. Love that. Am I looking forward to the Minas Morgul? Oh yeah, I can't wait, Knight, for the Minas Morgul update. It looks so good. Well, I just love the character of Mordrith, right? How they took Earner and kind of like the last king of Gondor and just made him this, this villain and stuff, a wraith. Makes sense, right? Again, he went to Minas Morgul and no one ever saw him again, so it makes sense. I love that. So I hope they kind of do something with that. Like I hope we maybe finish him off because I consider him Yoisten's like personal villain and stuff. I know he's everybody's personal villain, but I love that guy. Ostunhoth, Zipfile VMJ says Ostunhoth is better than all. I love Ostunhoth. There's also Durin's Bane in that one too. I think I've only done that one once though because it's kind of higher level and I always just it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Yeah, no, I can't disagree with that one either. That one's pretty good. If that's your favorite, I can't disagree. Andrew Wood, have you played Lord of the Rings: The Third Age? I have actually. Yeah, you know what's funny? I think it took me a couple days to play through one whole Middle Earth map, Third Age game, just because it's so huge. And I think I was playing Rohan, and I just remember having to take Isengard back from some faction like 20 times, and I think I lost by the end of it because I just took so long to win. I eventually covered the whole map with Rohan, but yeah. Momod from the Fellowship asks, "What are your thoughts on Saruman's rings?" Yeah, I like the Isengard raid too for sure. I like fighting him at the end. Kind of getting there can be a bit of a bore. Well, not necessarily a bore. It's dragged out a little bit long, which is fine. But I love fighting Saruman on top of Orthanc too. That's super cool. Yeah, I'd say my favorite raid personally. Yeah, it's probably got to be this one. It's just this one's such a classic. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one for sure. All right, I think we are ready. I cannot remember how to get out of this costume, so we're gonna send it. It says that damage will get me out of it, so I guess I'll do that. There we go. Yeah, thank you guys for joining me in the raid too. That's awesome. Sorry if I accidentally am just standing here for a sec. I'm usually reading the super chat if I'm just not hitting anything. Let's see. Brian Birdchest Callan asks, do you think a good movie could be made depicting the War of Wrath, even animation? I actually think... Oh, man! Whoops! Whoops! Okay. Alright, well, whoopsies. Okay, so they had a reflect on, so we just got destroyed. Yeah, that was... that. Whoops. Yeah, for real, it's not a proper raid if we don't wipe. Here, I'm just going to set on auto-follow to one of you guys just so I can respond to these chats. Anyway, I always thought the Silmarillion would be a perfect anime. It's so built for it, right? The big battles, the character depths, the cities, the architecture. I've never really gotten into anime, but oh man, a Silmarillion anime would be so cool. Kaisar, yeah, for sure. Go ahead and ask a question. I'd love to hear it. TJ, what would be your advice for people who are new to the game? So, LOTRO is pretty... It's... Oh, whoops. I got stuck. It's definitely a lot more friendly to newcomers than it used to be. Yeah, I haven't actually done the Anvil raid. Sorry, I'm just going back and forth between LOTRO chat and the live chat. I haven't actually done the Anvil raid yet. I want to at some point. And some of the Mordor raids, I don't think I've gotten to them yet. What was I saying? Advice for new people. I would say if these kind of characters stand out for you, I would do like a champion or a captain, a hunter. Those classes are really good, especially to start with. Yeah, for sure. Okay, Kaiser says, man, I'm so sorry if I'm just destroying your guys' names. Kaiser asks, how did elves become orcs if elves die from emotional trauma? That's a good question. I would attribute that to the dark arts, the dark powers of Morgoth. It's possible he could keep these elves from dying as he corrupted them, as he tortured them, with just some powers of the void. Yeah, Elaine Haygood's, that's perfect. Further explanation would need to come from the professor. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, for sure. A lot of that kind of stuff is based on moments, right? Because we do see some elves that, like Círdan, for instance. I remember back when I did his video, I'm like, man, he saw so many of his elven friends and kin die. So I'm surprised he didn't die from sorrow. But again, maybe some elves are different. Doesn't take as much in some ways. Yeah. Okay. Silver Dragon, what would you say to someone who says Game of Thrones is better and more complex and grown up than Lord of the Rings? I'd say, have they, like, no. I'd say no. It really, what it comes down to is what you're looking for in a fiction, right? For me, what Lord of the Rings provides, some sorrow, some hearkening to the elder days, right? Some of these kinds of things. But also love, confidence, companionships. It's just like that's what I look for in the fiction, right? And that means more important. Yeah, that's more important to me than a lot of the politics and backstabbing within Game of Thrones. I would say if you think it's more mature, try like if you think Game of Thrones is more mature than Lord of the Rings or Middle Earth, I'd say read the books first and foremost. Read the Lord of the Rings books, read the Silmarillion books, and tell me that's some of that stuff is not sad. It's not mature because. Man, you'll read through the story of Turin and Turambar and be like, oh man, incest. Oh no, like death and the destruction of people. Oh man, that girl got, pinned to a tree by a spear. Oh, that's not good. Oh no, like then you'll be like, okay, this is super mature. So it's just it's really perspective in what you're looking for. Okay, so what's the plan here, guys? So we don't wipe again. So if they reflect, let's just not go in all damage. Yeah, Kaiser, the Children of Hurin has as much incest as Game of Thrones. Yeah, for real. I mean, it's not good. Knight, tossing a... I'm just going to stand back here and heal because I'm not paying enough attention. I'll revive you. Not paying enough attention right now to probably do this right. Yeah, Knight tossing a child is tragic. GOT tossing a dwarf is epic. Lord of the Rings. Oh, man. How are we doing up here? How are we doing? Send in the heralds. Yep, there we go. Go get him. Go get him. Oh, Orange Lightning. When do you suppose you can get around to that remake of the Orcs video? You did mention that during last stream. I think that's going to be the next remake that I do. So probably within the next... I would say expect that video within the next month or two. It'll definitely be before the end of the year, I would say. So look forward to that. That'll be my next remake. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I know I need to remake that one too. I needed to first remake Beren and Lúthien because that's just, again, like the heart of Tolkien's works. And the timeline of Arda, if you look at the chapters in the Silmarillion, we're right up behind Beren and Lúthien. So now we can continue with the timeline and I can just be like, for further details, look at the videos that I made about Beren and Lúthien. but here's kind of the gist, right? Finrod dies, Nargothrond goes to Orodreth, this happened. Like, just the major beats of Beren and Lúthien, and then we can move on in timeline. But for sure, next time it'll be Orcs, my next remake. How was so Kyle McClure asks, how was Moria built without the dwarves knowing about its fate for so long? Yeah, it's a good question. So I assume you mean like we're unsure like what happened, right? From the point of view of the dwarves of the Lonely Mountain, kind of like what happened to it. So they knew Durin's Bane was in Moria, right? But they didn't know what that was, because I think everyone that saw Durin's Bane except Dane. I know Dane peered into Moria, and I think he saw Durin's Bane, or at least the light coming from the Balrog, and he was like, oh, that's not good. But I don't think anyone knew that it was a Balrog, because anyone that had seen Durin's Bane was killed by Durin's Bane until Gandalf, until the Fellowship. So that's my answer. I could be wrong on that, but yeah. Marion Baggins, do you have Hobbit meals? I'd say so. I mean, I kind of like... I eat like a Hobbit, let's be real. I'll go to the gym or whatever, and then I'll come back and have like a bunch of eggs, some protein stuff, whatever, and then in a couple hours, I'll be like, all right, time for part 2. Time for second breakfast. Okay, he's got 1 health left, but our man ain't dying. Oh man. Refreshy, what's your take on the Shadow of Mordor / War game? Sorry for spamming. No problem, man. Okay, so I need to go back and kind of like play them again. But I don't know. So lore-wise, they're not great for me. I think they kind of paint Celebrimbor in a bad light. They make the One Ring and its whole story and backstory, its creation, kind of weird. In my opinion, it's not really like LOTRO is much more lore-friendly. If you're looking for a lore-friendly Lord of the Rings game, the Shadow games, they're good. They're good games, but they're not good lore games. And again, when I'm looking for Middle-earth games, I don't know. I want something that's true to the themes, true to what the professor kind of had in mind while he wrote his works. So, Harder 102. Oh, LOTRO, what server? Still have my kinship with tons of stuff that no one uses. I'm on Arkenstone, actually. I guess a plug for the Patreon. So I have the Men of the West kinship on this server, and I'll add anyone who's like a patron or whatever, just to kind of consolidate the kinship a little bit. Just kind of a fun thing. It's not, we don't really do anything as a kinship. There aren't enough of us, but feel free, if you're a Patreon or if you're on Patreon or whatever, feel free to hop in. We'll add you to the kinship. Hi, Casual Everything. Say hi to Knight from Estelle Ali. Hi, Knight. Our other captain right here. Sorry, I usually play better than this. Like, if you guys are watching just how I'm walking around right now, I'm, like, not helping at all. It's just because I'm going back and forth between the live chat and everything. Who else here is... Oh, so, okay. You said it rhymes with Laura, so... Mora? Oh, man, I'm so sorry for butchering your name. It's probably not even, like, a tough name to say. I just... Moira Mahan says, who else hears Frodo yelling occasionally in the background? That's actually us men captains. We're just... Our yells are super high. Does sound like Frodo now that you say it. Yeah, you guys are carrying. Oh, man. Heard Darker have been here since 99 subs and be here when you hit 100 mil. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you so much, man. I think 100 mil's out there. I think that's kind of far. But no, I know. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You know, I hit 100 subs. Oh, man, what was it? Like the summer, June 2017, and now we're here at 200,000. I can't believe it, you know? Again, I know every YouTuber says it, right? That they can't believe that it grew, but for me, it is like that. I mean, for me, Lord of the Rings, Middle-earth was always just a passion of mine. It really helped me feel connected, not only to the literature, but to the world, to nature, to just made me who I am, you know? And that I'm able to share that with you all and that you guys enjoy sharing your love for Tolkien's works with me, it really means a lot. It really means a lot. So, oh, Professor Chaos. Oh, I am so sorry. Did I miss your super chat? Professor Chaos. Yes, $2. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Yes, Professor Chaos. Thank you for the live chat. There's so much going on right now. Are you still making the what ifs? Yeah, I am. I'll probably make at least one more, if not more, before the end of the year. So, thank you again. I appreciate it. Yep, I'll do another theory within the next couple months. Go Kusan Biz. What are my thoughts on the upcoming Amazon series? Thanks for the super chat. I really appreciate it. I think it's going to be really good. But I'm not going to lie. Like they're putting enough funding into it. They're taking their time making the scripts, writing everything. Yeah. No, I think it's going to be good. It's going to be in New Zealand. They just announced that, right? So as long as they do the themes, the characters, Tolkien's works within the Second Age and whatever they do in the Third Age justice, it's going to be good. They should not over politicize it. It really needs to stand on its own 2 feet, even apart from the movies, even apart from what Hollywood is nowadays. If they can do that, it's going to be perfect. It's going to be great. Moira, thank you for... Sorry, I'm butchering your name so many times. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Have a great day, you know. I'll talk to you again soon. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, I mean, back to what I was saying. It's just... Oh, there's the Balrog. There's the Balrog. He's a bit of a chonker, for sure. Did I just call him a chonker? Nice. He's a big boy. But yeah, I mean, what I was saying before, it's just, I didn't know how far, like, how much the channel would grow, especially in the time that it has. So, again, I appreciate you all being with me here and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And that all of you guys appreciate not just the Lord of the Rings, but the Silmarillion and the deep lore. I think that's why it's so surprising that the community has grown so large. Like, what we talk about on the channel isn't necessarily easy run-of-the-mill stuff. Yeah, it's tough stuff, so I appreciate you all being here with the journey and all that kind of stuff. Thanks, Black Prince. I'll keep it up. Okay, thank you guys for carrying me throughout this whole raid. I appreciate it. Okay, so how do we... Oh, sorry, I'll revive you. Tolkienism and follow the Silmarillion as our book. I love it. Maximilian Finkler. Okay, head to test. Fair enough. What do we do again? Okay, yeah, we purify the waters. It's been a while since I've done this. The water does damage. You need to settle a debate, Yoyston, and say, whoa. Say, whoa? What's the debate going on? I need to say, whoa, according to Knight in the Fellowship. Marion Baggins, Endgame's battle or Return of the King's battle? Battles. Okay, so obviously I'm gonna say Return of the Kings because that's where we're at. But no, I love what Avengers Endgame did for sure. But again, I mean, it's kind of just where you're at. It's what characters you're more invested in. For me, love Marvel, love superheroes, but man, Lord of the Rings any day for everything. You know, Middle Earth for life. Let's go.
Something is still wrong. He is stronger. We must. Why? He is free. What has been done? We must stop the corrupted water from entering the pool. Hurry.
Sorry, I just saw this night. Told you, Marksy. Yoist and Keanu Reeves, same person. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. Oh man, that's funny. Okay, well, so the Balrog is now dead. Whoa, you guys destroyed him. I think I got one hit in. That was awesome. Well, guys, there goes one of Melkor's chief servants right there. He's done. Rip. F. Can I get some Fs in the chat for our boy? What's his name? Tharlock. There we go. What's this? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, guys, thanks for joining me on this. We'll keep. I'll probably keep live streaming for another hour if you guys want to stay in the fellowship. We'll just whatever. Is there anything you guys want to see on the live chat in LOTRO? I can just travel around and show you guys like Minas Tirith and stuff. So yeah. Here, yeah, let's do that. The Fs are rolling in the chat. Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, you guys have all been immortalized in the live stream of Men of the West and live stream 6. So this will go up as a video after we're done here today. So yeah, you guys, awesome. Thank you guys for joining me. And yeah, feel free to stay around or whatever, right? I'm gonna go to let's go to Minas Tirith. We could run Isengard. I do want to show off a couple of the locations. Oh, that's true. Anvil Tier 1. We definitely need more people for that. And again, as you guys have seen with with what just happened, I have not been paying attention. Let's see here. Go Kusaba. Oh my gosh. Thank you again for the super chat. I appreciate it. What is your opinion on the world of C.S. Lewis? I actually haven't really gotten into Narnia and all that stuff, but from what I've heard from my friends that enjoy it, here's our boy, King Elisar. From the people that enjoy it, I hear Narnia and all that stuff is fantastic, but yeah. He's our boy, right there. Got the Elisar Stone, got the Elendil Mirror. I think Arwen still has the Ring of Barahir. Yeah, there he is. See, again, like, it's how much they paid so much attention. We could try tier 2 Isengard. We'd probably need some help for that. I'm not quite sure. We could try it at some point. Again, I do want to kind of show off a couple of these places and stuff. But in the books, right, this place is described with the crown above the seat. The banners, I believe, are also described. At least some of these. So again, LOTR just pays so much attention to all this. Yo, everyone, we should spam Gersh. I'll never live that down. Let's see, Joshua Dewey and maybe somebody else asked, where in Middle Earth would I live? So it's a super good but nuanced question for sure. If I was a man, I would say I'd love to be a ranger of Arnor. So probably Evendim. Maybe along the shores of Lake Nanuiel, Lake Evendim. Just be a ranger following Aragorn and stuff. If I was a hobbit, obviously the Shire. If I was an elf, I'd probably say Rivendell. maybe Lothlorien, but probably or Linden. That one's a tough one. That one's tough. I'd probably say Rivendell. Yeah, it would probably need voice comms for coordination. So yeah, if we run another thing, let's just do it to where I can keep going back and forth and don't have to pay so much attention. Just so I don't accidentally get you guys killed. Just so I can, and also so I can read the super chats and the normal chats and all that. Thunder Chicken, thank you so much for the super chat. And yeah, of course, I love making videos for you guys. Yeah, see, so this is like a newer area versus where we were. It's just amazing. It's so beautiful, right? This is one of the newer versions of Minas Tirith. Hashtag Gersh. Yeah. Nice. There's Osgiliath out there. The render distance doesn't show like Mordor or anything, but run the Bilbo's road to the Lonely Mountain. Sure, actually, so yeah, I do want to keep exploring a bit. Sure, yeah, okay, I'll pass the lead off to Knight. If somebody else wants to join in, Knight, could you pass it back to me and I'll invite them or what have you? Cool, so I'll go to Rivendell now. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, Bilbo's Road. So, I actually thought originally maybe about riding from the Shire to Mordor, but that would take way more than 2 hours, I realized. So, I'll just show kind of the... Because I'd have to ride all the way through Moria, I'd have to go down the Anduin River, I'd have to do all that stuff, so it would take too long. Can I jump off the ledge? I thought about doing the Denethor movie jump, but it's okay. I can go back there if we want. So yeah, this is Rivendell. I love Rivendell. Let's see here. Galtrev. I'll try to go to Isengard next. Yeah, okay. Oh, and I forgot, if I was a dwarf, where would I live? If I was a dwarf, I would... Oh, Erebor, for sure. I'd love to live in Erebor. Dominic Field, have you heard of the Tolkien Society? Are you a part of it? Yeah, I've definitely heard, like, I think some, like... It wasn't documents. Maybe it was Hobbit Day and Tolkien Week that was just this past week. I think that was established by Tolkien Society. I'm not a part of it, but that would be awesome. I'd love it. Everybody really wanted me to jump, so okay, I guess I've already jumped off and I got that title. Oh, thanks for the raid assist, Knight. Yeah. So if anyone is on Arkenstone right now, feel free to jump in. We'll do something here. So many people wanted me to jump off, so that's what we're gonna do real fast here. If I was an orc, Moria, dude, I'd love living in Moria as an orc, just running around in the dark. I don't know why, but that's probably where I'd choose if I were an orc. Mordor's too harsh, right? Mordor, I'd be getting like slapped around and all that kind of stuff. Moria, I could do whatever I wanted as an orc, just run around. Yeah, I agree. Snidegert. The great thing about the Vales of the Anduin is that it connects so many areas, so you can actually pass through the High Pass, Redhorn Pass, and so on. Yeah, I love that. And, you know, story-wise, too, it's starting to connect all back to Mordor and Aragorn and the Gondor narrative, which is pretty cool. Welcome, Nabucco... Oh, my goodness. Donazor. Alrighty. James Fry, thank you for the super chat. I love all things Middle Earth. I have read all of Tolkien's works. Love the Silmarillion, which is a masterpiece. Beowulf is epic. Please do something on Rover Random. So with my channel, I just kind of want to stick all to Tolkien's Legendarium, but yeah, if you guys haven't read Beowulf or anything like that, maybe I can make a video connecting it to Beowulf, but Yeah, at least look into that story. It's pretty interesting. All right, here we go. I should be on fire. I don't know. Okay, so since I don't have the Denethor thing, I do have fire breath. So act like that was me on fire. There we go. Let's get it. Oh, I thought I survived for a second there. Look at that. Look at that. Jeez. I love that. Let me see. I should go to... see, have I been inside of Moria? Erebor. Okay, that's a good one. Oh, Knight, thanks for promoting the live stream too. Appreciate it. Oh, nice. We're doing Anvil. Let's get it. Mr. AlexMan13P, what do you believe will be the next LOTRO expansion after Menace Morgul? Yeah, I did land on the roof. I did. I missed it. I think the next LOTRO expansion would probably be something like the Sands of Harad or something in the south or east, I would imagine. And then we'll probably go back after going south and east. We'll probably head back into the north for Scouring of the Shire, all that stuff. Will I play, Supersuit asks, will I play the next Lord of the Rings MMO game? Oh, for sure. You know, I don't know. I've been so curious about what they're doing with, what they're going to do with that, right? Is it going to be Second Age? Is it going to be following the Amazon series? No way they're going to do another Lord of the Rings online. Like, no way it's going to be the same story. You know, and I feel like if they did that, it would bomb because it would be so hard. And these are just my thoughts. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I hope it wouldn't bomb. But LOTRO, man, it holds the crown. You know, it holds the crown for Lord of the Rings Online and for what this game is and can be. So I hope it's something different, and I hope it's something really good. But yeah, I'll definitely give it a shot. I'll definitely play it. I'm sorry, Marion Baggins. I told you not to jump. I know. I had to do it for the memes. Had to do it for the fans. You know, that's what this whole live stream is about, right? It's about pleasing the 200,000 subscriber community. Actually, they announced it. Morniel Moonlight. I'm curious if they announced it. Let me know. I know they said they were just planning to do something a couple thousand years before the events of what we know, the events of the Lord of the Rings. So I assume Second Age or War of the Last Alliance or something. Have I done a Gollum video from Paul Brill? I have, yeah. Gollum Epic Character History. And yeah, please feel free to watch it. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I mean, we can go for Anvil if you guys want. That'd be awesome. Again, I've never done it before. That'd be sweet, but I don't know. I mean, could we do it in 40 minutes? Like, that's kind of how long I want to keep this stream going. I don't... If we can't do it in 40 minutes, then we'll probably just kind of skip it or something, but... sorry, I know you've been setting it up, Knight, but... yeah, I just plan to keep this live stream going. Yeah, probably another 40 minutes or so. Aquatic Therapy Fishing. Hello, new here. What server do you play on? I'm on Crick Hollow, but looking to switch to a new server. So, I play on Arkenstone mainly, but I also just started on Honor. But yeah, if you're looking to join a server, I'd say Arkenstone for sure. Oh yeah, nah. Gui here. That's okay. That, you know, Knight, that's I mean, we can try it. We can try it. I don't know. We can do a fair share of it? Okay, yeah, for sure. Whether or not it was possible. Dol Amroth, Minas Tirith. I'll take us inside of Mordor real fast. Silver Dragon, what do you think of Stephen Colbert as the biggest Tolkien fan ever? Oh man, sorry, I know somebody just came up to me. This is Mordor. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, from what I've seen, he's definitely there. I mean, like, he's Stephen Colbert is a big lore master, but I'm curious. I'm curious to see. I'd love to honestly do a Tolkien, like, I don't even know, a quiz off with him. I know that would never happen, right? But I'd love to go head to head with Stephen Colbert, see if he really knows a lot of, you know, if he knows a lot of the Silmarillion, which I think he does. If he knows a lot of the lore behind it, you know. Yeah, no, I love Stephen Colbert, though. He's hilarious. Lorian Reed asks, what is... Or is it Lauren? Lorian? I think it's Lorian. I'm so sorry. I've been just butchering everybody's names. What is my favorite word in Elvish? I love Namarie. Namarie is just... It's beautiful. Right, and it's the farewell. Let me just look it up to make sure I've got the definition right. But it's Galadriel's lament. Farewell. Yep, farewell. I love it. Got that thick Balrog down. Yeah, you're right. Got Galf F or 4N. Yep, we did. Nice. Got the Witch King, and let's get Mordrith. Let's do it. Daniel Ferguson, why no face cam? So, yeah, for a couple reasons, right? So, I've never revealed my face, at least fully. If you go back and look at my 100,000 subscriber special, I think is what it was like a couple-minute video announcing my first live stream. If you look, I partially do a face reveal on that. But for me, the thing is like, I don't want this channel to be about me, right? I don't want it to be about Yoiston or the person behind Yoiston. You know, that's never been my goal. This channel is completely about this community. It's about Lord of the Rings, Middle-earth, all that good stuff. Are you throwing things at me? Oh, wait. Has this been... So this is how we remove the costume. I'm just not paying attention. Very good. Oh, thank you, Read My Bio. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. Lorian Reed. My dad's fault. He was obsessed with Lord of the Rings, and now I am as well. As my birth certificate says, Lorian Reed. Nice. And you're a guy, so it's often mispronounced. That's awesome. That's such a cool name. That's awesome. Yeah, super cool. That's funny. Okay, guys. So, just a fair warning. I don't know if everybody in this raid is, Oh, Discovery! Wait! Hold on a minute. Oh no, I haven't discovered it. Whoops. Whoopsie. That's funny. I thought I discovered it by now. What was I even saying before? I do this so much. Oh yeah, I don't even know if everybody on the raid is watching the live stream. So, I mean, I have no idea, but I'm just... I'll probably not be great right now. I mean, well, I'm probably not generally good at raids. So we'll try it. Um, her Darkhuv. Yoisten, if you could be a Maya under a Vala, who would I pick and why? I would say, that's a really good question. That's a unique question. I've never actually seen that before. Who would I serve under and why? I think, I don't know. I feel like either Yavanna or Manwë would be very cool to serve under. So Yavanna for the nature stuff of it, for the just being able to, like, I don't know, farm and all that kind of stuff. Being able to have more naturalistic powers. And Manwë, right, with the air, with kind of being on, you know, being with the eagles and all that kind of stuff. That'd be awesome. Mamad asks, hey, Yoisten, I know Gelrukar translates to Iron Fist, but what does Krivisa translate to? Oh, I didn't know Gelruka even translated to Iron Fist, but that makes sense. So Gelrukar is, or Gelruka is, it's just a Lord of the Rings online thing. But let me look up Krivisa in Parf et Helon. Also, yeah, if you, I found, this website Parf et Helon, or Ethelon, and it's really good for translations. So let me see if they have a translation. If not, I'm not quite sure. It might just be a Lord of the Rings online. Yeah, it looks like it's a Lord of the Rings online specific thing. Well, maybe if let's see here. Yeah, it looks like it's a Lord of the Rings online specific thing. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, sorry guys. I thought I had this discovered. My bad. I know it's kind of a pain to get to. Okay, let's see. Lorien Reed says, Yoisten, I think people give very little credit to both Mandos and Ermo Lorien. Oh, I agree. I was thinking Lorien too would be, because right, they have like gardens, Ermo and Lorien, so that would be cool too. To also serve under them. With Mandos, though, it's just too depressing. I just would not. Yeah, no thanks. I'd rather not serve under Mandos. I'd just be sad. If you could be brought, Paul Brill asks, if you could be brought to a time and place in Middle-earth, where and who would I be? It's a good question. That's a good... Okay, not First Age. I love the First Age, but let's see. But yeah, no. Just because I wouldn't want to get killed, you know, by Morgoth or one of his servants. Like, I feel like that would be probably not the best place to be. I'd probably say Aragorn or one of his rangers in the Third Age. If I could be, you know... Yeah, I would say there. Yeah. Aha, thank you very much. Get on my war steed. Oh, okay. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Alright, so now we fought a Balrog, now let's fight a dragon, I suppose. Quest in here. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so this is all new for me. I'll still try to grab questions from the live chat, but I'll probably be a little bit less responsive than I was during the last raid. Just so I can kind of experience this a little bit. This is pretty cool. Gandalf or Sauron? Geez, this is huge. Gandalf or Sauron? I would say it depends on the Gandalf, right? Gandalf the Grey, Sauron would beat him. Gandalf the White, Gandalf would win. Because of the power vested in him, not only by the Valar, but Ilúvatar himself. Because he was brought back as Gandalf the White, right? I mean, yeah. Favorite Lord of the Rings character from Alfred Wormtongue? Definitely, yeah, Aragorn, for sure. He's, you know, I wouldn't be who I am today without him. Just, he's inspired me all my life, for sure. Yeah, again, so if you guys are new, thanks for joining in the live stream. We'll probably be going for another half hour or so. So this is, yeah, Lord of the Rings Online. I love this game. You know, I have mentioned this game in so many of my videos. It's helped with so many of my videos. Minas Morgul is coming out in a month from today. Throwing flashbacks intensify. Oh, man. Oh. That looks like Glaurung. Okay, let's get it. But yeah, Minas Morgul's coming out a month from today. Please feel free to look into it. It's a free-to-play game for a good chunk of it, at least. Yeah, just look into it. If it's something that looks fun, yeah. It is a very blue dragon. So now we can get into a bit of lore, I suppose. So these would be we're in Arid Mithrin, the Withered Heath right now. Yeah, the Withered Heath. And this is what I would say a cold dragon would look like. Now, LOTRO takes it literally and gives him, like, frost breath or whatever, but I don't think Tolkien necessarily meant it like that. It's just that they don't have fire breath. And he also doesn't have wings, so he's a lot like Glaurung. I'll get on these other guys. I think the fire that we're seeing is coming from Runekeepers, so... Battle of Sudden Flame intensify. Real talk, dude. That's awesome. Supersuit. If I was given the chance to be reborn into the realm of Arda, what would I want to be? Maiar, elf, dwarf, man. What kind of powers? Ranged, melee, magic, sorcery. Whew, good question. Good question. Let me think about that. I'll come back to that real fast. Bled 101. Hey Yoisten, is there a way to buy the full game or what expansions to buy without missing important stuff? Yeah, so I would say, like, they usually go on sale, like the expansions and stuff during, like Black Friday, that kind of thing. If you want to get the full experience, I would get VIP and I would get all the expansions. They're worth it. But VIP for sure for the first 50 levels is you don't even need the expansions to just come in and play VIP, and you would get Shadows of Angmar for free. So I think yeah. But Moria and so forth, all those expansions you'd have to pay for. Back to the Reborn question. I think it depends on the time frame of Middle Earth, but if it were like 4th Age Middle Earth, I'd probably be born as a man, a man of Gondor. If it was First Age, I would love to be born as an elf of Gondolin. I would say, yeah. Yeah, that's probably the safest and best bet to be. Second Age, a man of Numenor. Third Age, a hobbit, probably. Depends. It just depends on the timeline of what that looks like. Mr. E asks, what's my favorite Middle-earth book? Somebody else asked me that earlier. I can't say it because it's like if I'm in a mood for a more crazy time, right? A book that's just way more deep lore and out there and more bloody and mature, I would say. Yeah, that's where the Silmarillion comes in. Oh, hold on, I'll get some revives going. that's where the Silmarillion comes in. But if I'm looking for a happier, more go-lucky time, The Hobbit. If I'm looking for the more classic epic adventure, Lord of the Rings, right? So they're all there. Thunder Chicken, have you ever played the Lord of the Rings card game by Fantasy Flight? So I did a video on the living card game. I don't think I've ever played the card game, the tabletop card game. So, man, thank you guys. This is awesome. This is so cool. I've never done this before. Thank you guys. I love this game. Okay, let me go through my loot real fast. Do I need this? Probably. Do I need this? You know, we'll even if this goes a little over, we'll finish this raid before I finish the live stream, assuming my internet and my everything stays how it is. I'm having a ton of fun. I hope you guys are too. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys being here with me. Oh, what? A villain unveiled. That's from the Rift. I think everybody who's at level cap right now can, like, agree. It's just, oh, okay, using that has no effect. I'm, like, everybody at level cap is just, like, out of room perpetually, so that's how it be. That's how it be sometimes. Yeah, Dream Master, we did fight the Balrog. It took us, like, 5 seconds to kill him, but now we're hunting after a dragon. Kyle McClure asks, was the island of Numenor a gift from the Valar to men, or was it a testing ground to determine their character before they were made lesser and fled to Arnor? So it was a gift, I think, for their events from the First Age. So was the Long Life. It was a gift from the Valar, I believe. Not necessarily maybe from Ilúvatar, but the Long Life was, I'm sure. But the island was probably from the Valar. Now, I think it was just like, you know, okay, they were too isolated on their island. They were too, they had grown too proud to all of that. So it was like, okay, let's assimilate them into Middle Earth. This was not our best. Like, yeah, they didn't at that point, I guess, honor the gift. So they lost the gift, both the island and the long life. GV Santa asks, is the Lord of the Rings Online a simulation game or is it something else? I mean, yeah, it's kind of like simulating being in Middle Earth, but it's like an MMO, right? So think WoW, think or World of Warcraft, think Guild Wars, that kind of thing. Mr. E asks, or says, you should really do a book reading series, man. Everyone would love it. Plus, you actually get what the books are about, unlike a voiceover reader British dude. I don't know. I mean, well, so I have an American accent. I mean, I would imagine because Tolkien himself was British, the British narration is probably the most accurate, at least according to like Tolkien's voice himself. It's probably the most accurate, but I'd love to do an audible or an audio book of Lord of the Rings at some point in my life, or the Silmarillion or what have you. I just have to improve my own pronunciations as well, and I'd have to get the rights to do that, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, this raid is kind of like, obviously it's not like canon, you know, but it's kind of where Lord of the Rings Online takes a little bit of liberty to explore a story that would happen in the Grey Mountains, you know? Since we don't really see the Grey Mountains, but we know there are drakes that live there, drakes and dragons. This is kind of what LOTR's really good at as well, is kind of making their own stories, you know, making their own instances, provided the small bits of context that some places might have, right? So, I mean, up here in the Grey Mountains, we have dwarven ruins, makes sense, that's lore accurate. You have drakes, makes sense, lore accurate, you know, all that kind of stuff. But then they take it a step further and they kind of expand on it in their own way. Professor Chaos 56 asks, "Have you ever played Lord of the Rings Conquest?" Oh man, I wish Royan was here for that. Like, yeah, dude, that's like his favorite. I mean, besides LOTRO, I would say that's Royan's favorite game to do with Lord of the Rings. It's just so funny. I mean, it's a really good game. Like, it needed a little bit more time in production. It needed to, it needed some improvements and some updates and stuff. But it's so much fun running around as Sauron and just beating up some elves in Rivendell, or running around as Gimli and just jumping on a bunch of orcs. It's so much fun. Our main Rampersad asks, "Who is just the greatest person in Arda, in my opinion? Like, at least the most powerful, the sweetest." I don't want to. I try to not cuss on my channel as much as possible, but I would say Fingolfin, 13 Dwarves. Oh, what is this? I'd say Fingolfin because, real fast, Fingolfin because he went on and to duel Morgoth and he didn't even care. I mean, he cared, but he just thought all was lost, so he's like, okay, I'm just gonna go fight him. Oh, back up? Oh. Thanks. Sam Whalen asks, "How many hours do I have in this game?" So I've played it for many years. So before I say, I've played this for many years. So it's a little less crazy. But for Yoyston alone, I've been playing for an amount of time: 3 months, 3 weeks, 5 days, 4 hours, 50 minutes, 22 seconds. So that's like in-game time. 3 months in-game time. But Yoyston is my main character. I have a lot of characters, so I would say overall, with all of my characters combined, I probably have 6-7 months worth of time in the game, maybe. Okay, so now we're fighting dwarves, apparently. This is so cool. Dwarven wraiths. Dream Master, would I rather be a wizard or a ranger? Wizards have... I mean, wizards are so cool, right? One of the 5 Astari. That would be awesome, but I would say, like, they have so much pressure on them because they're only 5, and they have to advise. They can't... They don't take as much action compared to other peoples because they are kind of... Again, they're supposed to be advisory. So I would say ranger personally, right? That's just who I am and what I would want to do in Middle Earth to make a difference. But yeah, I'd say ranger. Dream Master, are you addicted to this game? Lol. Not going to deny or accept that, you know. Not going to deny or say yes. Confirm. There we go. I'm running out of words because we've been streaming for about an hour and 45. Sam Whalen, so more than 5,000 hours. Probably. I mean, yeah, I don't know. What's 5,000 divided by 24? I think so. I think more. Because again, yeah, Yoyston's got like 3 months. 3 months worth of time. And then he's my main character. He's the one that I've played the most, but he's not all of my characters. So. Igor Nielsen, Spitzinger, favorite Middle Earth movie. For me, that's Return of the King. I mean, they're all one. Again, just like the books, I'd say the Lord of the Rings are all one movie, but get chills every time. Theoden's speech, Aragorn's speech. It's all about the speeches, man. It's all about the speeches. Yeah, Ben Miller, you're right. That's not canon. Dwarves don't turn to wraiths. I mean, yeah, from what we know, I mean, there could be some kind of spell sorcery involved or something. Yeah, I agree. This probably isn't canon though. From what I know about dwarves when they die and all that, they go back to the halls of Aule. Oh, thank you for doing the division. So 5,000 divided by 208. So yeah, I mean that's I would say I've done over 5,000 hours in this game. But again, that's over. How many years? I started playing this game in 2010, so 9 years. And this is my favorite game by far. Oh, loot up, Yoiston? Yeah, let's get it. Oops, cannot do that in combat. That's okay. Pretty soon we'll get out of combat here. Nice. Sweet. So I'm an epic gamer, according to Sam Whalen. You could say. No, you could say that. No, I don't know. I just love this game, man. And again, it's helped me so much with my channel, too. Oh, whoopsies. Somebody wanted to trade with me. Okay, my bad. Sorry, I just am out of room. So I'm just going to try to loot. Oh, no, I didn't mean to loot that. Okay. Nice. Marion Baggins' favorite Hobbit family? Oh, well, of course it's the Baggins. Of course. I would say after Baggins, probably the Tooks, right? Because you have not only Pippin, but you have Bolrorer Took. The Tooks are just the adventurous ones. They're the follow-hide adventurous hobbits. You know, love the Tooks. Silver Dragon, what do you study in college if you go? I imagine history or literature. I'm majoring in political science, but I'm minoring in philosophy and history. But I do love my literature as well. Kyle Thompson, you ever play Lord of the Rings: Return of the King for PS2? I love that game. I played it on PC, but yeah, I love that game, Return of the King. Dude, I just remember I was so young like that. I just couldn't. I wasn't like good enough at the game to where I couldn't progress past. I think it was when you were guarding the walls of Minas Tirith, the orcs overran me every time. So I remember I'd use cheat codes. I used cheat codes to where I unlocked all the characters, and then I gave it a try with Faramir instead of I think you were supposed to play Gandalf. I played it with Faramir, and I swept, dude. I slapped those orcs around when I was Faramir. Yeah, I want to go back and eventually play that sometime if there's a version online of it where I can find it. Oh yeah, so next week, for those who weren't around in the live stream when I said this, next week's video is going to be some kind of video on Balin and Balin's company. I have to make sure how to say his name. I always say Balin. Balin. It's either Balin or Balin. I have to just check. Oh. Oh my gosh. I don't have room. Oh man. See, that's when you know you're at level cap. You throw away things that you should sell, but you throw them away. Throw away. Okay. Let's get him. Yeah, thank you guys for joining me today. This has been a blast. This has been so much fun. I looked forward to this, like, just all day today, you know, and this whole weekend. It's been so much fun. Yeah, John Bennett, I'll check out Tolkien's notes on pronunciation for Balin next week. Or before next week. Yeah, we got a Bjorning here. Wait, that was just a Lore Master Bear. Here's our Bjorning. Personally, okay, so, I don't know. For me, the Bjorning is kind of interesting. I think I may have addressed this a bit earlier, but, oh, that's funny. In Luke... oh, this is a Star Wars reference. Oh, that makes sense. That's funny. Let me trade something cool. Okay. But the Bjorning for me is kind of... I don't know. For me, I like to feel like I'm like Aragorn or something. You know, that's why the captain's my favorite, because it feels very lore friendly, and it's like it feels like how I would want to adventure through Middle Earth. But the Bjorning, it's like, yeah, they were around. They didn't really leave the Vales of Anduin though that much. You know, so when I'm running through like Breland and just can turn into a bear at will, I'm just like, I don't know. For me personally, as like a friend of the lore. For me, when it's the classes that are more lore friendly are a little bit more fun to play for me right now, at least. But all the classes are really good. They're all pretty fun in their own way. Oh my goodness. What is it? Oh, we got an ice crawler. These are kind of like the... Honestly, this looks like a werewolf. Not gonna lie. This looks like an icy werewolf. Elrond of Gondolin, thanks for joining us. Yeah, thanks for jumping on. We actually got... we're gonna finish this raid, so... However long that takes. I think probably at least maybe another 20 minutes, maybe. So... And for those of you that joined in to this raid, Knight says, are 50-foot worms actual lore? LOL. I don't know. So if you consider the wereworms to be canon, then yes, I would imagine the wereworms would look a lot like this, but I don't think they are canon. I think they're stories told by hobbits and whatnot, but I don't know. Maybe if they are canon, then they would probably look a lot like this. But yeah, we probably got another 10, 20 minutes. We're going to finish this raid out. And thank you guys for joining me on this raid, too, and just carrying me through it. I really appreciate that. Just because I'm trying to just fight and look at the chat. Oh, Ben Ryan, thank you so much for the chess piece. Okay, thank you. Nice. Wartech Gaming, thank you for sending in those models. Yeah, if it ever arises to where I feel like they'd fit, for sure. Thank you. If I do use them, I'll okay, well, I guess they're in an email, so I'll make sure to give you a shout out if I do use them. Jiva Santa asks, if you were to be in any of the 7 dwarf houses, what would it be? The Longbeards, Durin's folk, for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I think maybe that was a part of the reason that the First Age dwarves really, like, weren't Durin's folk, is so the whole elven and dwarven conflict after Thingol was killed by dwarves wouldn't be applied to Longbeards because it wasn't them directly, but it was still applied to Longbeards unfairly. It was a different kind of dwarf that betrayed the elves. For me, I feel like the First Age, I mean, I know, like, the dwarves of, one of the dwarven, like, kingdoms did not want to partake in that whole sacking of Doriath or whatever, but those dwarves were a little bit kind of tarnished by betraying the elves, so yeah, I would say Durin's folk for sure. Alex Lopez, if you could fight in any battle in any age, what battle would it be? I'd have to defend Gondolin from the hordes of... Yeah, nice. Okay. Oh, man. That's a great question. Not the Nirnaeth Arnodiad. Again, I'd probably get killed in that. Maybe the Dagor Aglareb, the Glorious Battle. That would be a fun one, because you win against Morgoth, and it's all the elves just sticking together and fighting him and being awesome. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know. The Battle of the Black Gate, though, or the Battle of Pelennor. Oh, man, that's a tough question. Out of all the battles in all the ages, I would say Battle of Pelennor Fields. That was it, right? If Gondor lost, if Rohan lost, that's it. So, like, that was the last great defense against Sauron. He would have won, but he didn't. You know, he would have won the war, but he didn't win the battle. So there you go. They were able to keep pushing forward. So I would say the Battle of Pelennor Fields. Kyle McClure, I'd Sparta kick Isildur into the fires of Mount Doom. Poor Isildur. But at the same time, nah. I mean, he kept that ring. But again, that would have ended the line of Elendil's house. That would have ended the line of Elros and of Earendil. You know, I mean, except for, obviously, like, Elrond's children. But that would have ended the whole line of kings. So, I don't know. Although a lot of lives would have been saved by it. So, fair enough. I understand that argument. Oh, small ones first. Okay. Wartech Gaming, is the Silmarillion hard to read? Yes, it is. But if you use the maps, and honestly, if you use the genealogies that are drawn out, either online or in Tolkien's other works... Oh, hi. Oh, that's Kazagar. Yeah, if you use genealogies, like the lines of Finwë and all those guys, and if you use the maps, it's really easy. It's easier, at least. Not really easy. It's easier. It's not. It still takes definitely an effort. All right, guys. What's the plan? Let's get him. So Karazgar, there we go. Karazgar is I think he's a Black Númenórean. He's called the Weeping Warrior. He's like a servant of Sauron before Sauron died, and now we're in post-Ring being destroyed time. So Karazgar is kind of trying to take power in the north through the drakes, through the dragons. Pretty cool. Silver Dragon, when will you do the next live stream? Just for answering the questions, lol. I'd like to do probably another live stream this winter, I would say. It might, I don't know, maybe it'd be a normal live stream, maybe it'd be a Lord of the Rings online live stream. Whatever. I mean, because I am also able to answer questions right now as well. And it's giving you guys something to look at that's not just pictures like my normal ones. So we'll see. And I'd also love to play with Royan too on another one. So Knight asks, is a man riding on top of a dragon on a chair lore, or does someone need to get fired? That's a good question. Because we have the Fell Beasts, and they have saddles, so, and they have Nazgul riding them, so I would say it's okay. I'd say it's fine. The dragon isn't insanely big, so it works. It's okay. Supersuit. Isn't it true that there's not a specific amount of Maiar that went into Arda? I think that's true. Well, it's also if there might be a list out there of like, oh, here are all the named ones, right? I'm sure that exists, but it depends, right? So if you consider the Great Eagles of Manwë to be, if you consider the Great Eagles to be Maiar, the spirits of Maiar, then it's uncountable, because we also don't know how many Great Eagles there are. So it depends on what is or isn't a Maya, right? How many Balrogs, because they were also Maiar, there are. So Turam Kirk, thank you for the super donation. Appreciate it. So glad to have found your channel and to find someone of your young age so well versed in Tolkien lore, especially the Silmarillion and his older works. It's very refreshing. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, you know, and I think that's how it lives on, right? I mean, when I have kids, I'll teach them the good works of Tolkien. I'll show them the movies. I'll, tell them about Middle Earth like you know, my dad showed me the movies and got me into playing Lord of the Rings online, you know, so it's how it passes on. It's a legacy, right? And it's a legacy of not only Tolkien and his works, but also the communities therein, the communities that keep games like these going, that keep making movies or TV shows and all that stuff. It's very good. Oh, everyone hit target assist. Okay. Wait, how am I supposed to hit that? I guess I could throw my sword at it. But yeah, no, I would say, yeah, like, definitely keep passing it on, and I'm glad to you know, do this, do my job. I always tell my friends and everything, I'm just so fortunate. I'm so fortunate to be able to do what I do, to have the job that I have. Right? It's once in a lifetime opportunity, you know. Jake the Miller asks, do you find it hard to juggle so many fantasy lores? Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, Witcher, Vikings, Last Kingdom. Well, so yeah, I would say so. Like, but it's about approaching it from also the author's point of view. You know, from I guess how you took in that medium. But at the same time, I'm not nearly as much of like a lore scholar of like the Elder Scrolls or of Game of Thrones that I am like with LOTRO. So tell Pet to stay. Oh, come back here. There we go. Okay. If you ever have kids from here, Darkuv, if you ever have kids, then you should give them the channel if you ever run out of motivation. If they are as well versed as you, so that they're able to continue the wonderful Tolkien stories. That's awesome. Yeah, for sure. I mean, oh man, okay, I'm gonna revive this guy. Oh, is he revived? Okay, he's revived. Yeah, I want the channel to always live on, even if it like lived on past me, you know. I mean, obviously, like, I am young, so I have many good years in front of me for sure. But I just want all of Tolkien's works and the commentator, or like the commentary and the community to keep living on, you know, for the rest of, you know, human years, for as long as people are around. I hope they always kind of remember Tolkien's stories. Oh, I cannot. Okay. Whoa. Oh, Kenrick Stokloza. I'm so sorry. I have been butchering names all day. I post your videos on my Facebook page as I moderate. I really appreciate that, man. Just, yeah, I appreciate the spread of the community and the videos and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, awesome. Alex Walker, multi-generational YouTube channels. That's awesome. Yeah, Brandon Luker, that's a good point too. I hope YouTube is still around. Like, we'll see how long YouTube itself stays relevant and around and all that kind of stuff. And again, I'm sure there'll always be channels out there to discuss what we discuss here. I hope so, right? Because there are. I'll take this moment actually too to shout out some other really good Tolkien channels. If you guys haven't checked out Geek Zone, he's a really good friend of the channel, really good lore master. Please check out his stuff. Let's see, Everything in Middle Earth. We're actually getting a Discord server together of just the Middle Earth channels. So let me just pull that up real fast here. Where is it? There we go. Please check out, Geek Zone, Hello Future Me, The Philosopher's Games, In Deep Geek, all that good stuff. Yeah, for sure. This part will be edited out, right? I wish. Nope, it's all staying. It's all staying. So, yeah. Yeah, Civilization EX. Yeah. Not all of these people I've actually talked to before, but Geek Zone, we're good friends. And then all the people that were on that channel. Yeah, for sure. Ooh, okay. How long will this live stream be on for? For as long... Hopefully this raid doesn't take too much longer. Because I just, yeah, we're getting really close to the end here. But yeah, I'll give it maybe another 10, 20 minutes before we kind of wrap it up. Hopefully we can get this going here. Let's see, I think we're all trying to figure out what the next step is here. Ghost of Primeval. So here's my trait tree. So mostly I'm on damage right now, leading the charge. I think I have all the trait points I can get. Where is Knight? Let's see. Oh, there he is. Okay. Yeah. I know, these dragons and their gold. It's always about the gold. Jake the Miller asks, do you think the Tolkien estate should pass on the mantle of telling further stories / creating new stories in Middle-earth? Well, so I think there are a couple questions in that as well. I mean, I think Tolkien estate, right, it should pass on the rights, right? Like the rights to these works should be very guarded and protected, but they should be able to pass on, right? I'd love to see a Silmarillion movie, game, whatever in my life, right? At some point. However, with the new stories, no. I think this is Tolkien's works, right? This is where he dwelt. So I don't think anyone else should add to them. Now, making your own fan fictions or theories or whatever, that's a little different, but because that's not canonized, yeah, I would just say that should just, yeah. I mean, that's what I would say. Yeah, again, Silmarillion movie, like, for the rights to be expanded, that would be sweet. But for anything else to be added, I would say no for that. Seems like we're at a bit of a lull here. Kenrick says, don't let HBO touch it. Fair. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think HBO, they couldn't approach it like Game of Thrones. If they did, right? Like, it's not Game of Thrones, but yeah. I just hope Disney doesn't get their hands on it. I'll be real. That I will straight up say, because Tolkien did not want Disney to ever have his works. So this channel will not accept partnerships from Disney, right? We like anything Tolkien related, because again, that's what the professor himself wanted. So, and that's what's important, right? So I hope they don't get Lord of the Rings, because they shouldn't have it. So, oh my gosh, lemon melon, lemon melon, that's awesome. Melon, Yoiston, are you in the Shire posting group? Yes, but it's. Yeah, I will say, I think they just passed 100,000 people in the group, so I'm feeling okay to say this. My personal account, like the person behind Yoiston, is in the Shire posting group. I love the memes that are there. Oh my gosh, I laugh so hard. Crazy. I mean, I talked to Royan about this after the last live stream and stuff. It's crazy how much energy live streams take out of you. Like, I'm getting close to the end, right? Like, we're getting there. I wanted to live stream about 2 hours, and we're a little over, which is okay, because I want to finish this raid if we can, but I'm tired. I'm tired. My voice is gone. I've been drinking water and stuff, but right, it's tough. It's tough. It's fun. I love this. Bled 101 asks, "Hey Yoyston, would you be open to doing a video examining Howard Shore's inclusion of Tolkien's languages into his soundtracks?" That's actually a really good idea. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that'd be awesome. I mean, I know like when Aragorn charges in Elvish, it says, "By life or death, if by life or death I can save you, I will," I think is what it says in Elvish in Howard Shore's soundtrack. Just gives me like chills, you know. So that'd actually be really cool. I'd have to figure out how to do that, avoiding copyright problems, because I couldn't play the music necessarily. Maybe I could. I'd have to look into the law regarding that, because, you know, maybe I'd be able to play a certain part because it's what I'm examining, right? Because of the scholarship associated with it. So, Mike Dwyer, is it possible for normal nerds to join that Discord that the Philosopher Games is in, etc.? No. So I think what we're just trying to do with that Discord is we're just trying to get the Lord of the Rings YouTubers kind of together, at least to where we can all chat with each other. So there's like Hello Future Me, all these guys. And yeah, anyone in that group, please feel free to go to their channels and check them out, right? Hello Future Me, Philosopher's Games, Geek Zone, everything in Middle Earth. I think that was everybody that was there, and then my channel as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna shout them all out. They're really good people, and they're really good scholars as well. So Her Dark Curve. Oh man, I remember you gave me a title. I don't remember what that title was. It made me laugh though. Could you remind me? How did we get? Oh, okay. Now is the tough part. Okay. I think. Oh wait, maybe not. I think we did it. This is awesome. This is so cool. Because I wondered kind of what happened with these characters. Okay, let's get them. Let's see here. EJ Sobitsky. I would love to be a part of a channel like this to put in my own Lord of the Rings knowledge. Well, honestly, guys, like, yeah, I would recommend, if any of you want to start a channel like this where you talk about whatever, right? Whether it is just Tolkien's works or something else, like, oh, go for it, right? I mean, they're really, it'll just grow the community and grow the scholarship out there concerning whatever it is you do. Like, you know, and don't make it about like the money or anything like that. Make it about your passion. That is how YouTubers, you know, get going and stuff. Is it's all about the passion, right? It's all about, you know, I'd still be trying to make videos even if, you know, if the community wasn't as big as it was, right? But I appreciate each and every one of you, but it's right. It's kind of a mutual thing. It's like I do the videos for the community, but I also do them because I really enjoy doing them, you know, because I enjoy researching and doing the scholarship concerning this kind of stuff. Oh, that's funny. That's a funny title. Kings of all fans of the Legendarium. Oh my gosh. Give me too much credit. Tolkien himself was the king. I'm just another hobbit with you guys. Oh my gosh, I should not have been standing right there. I'm just gonna stand back and heal a little bit. Oh, for sure. And yeah, if you guys don't want to make like channels, I completely get that too. But like, and there are a ton of other mediums, right? Facebook pages that are less, like, you know, that it's just like less time consuming, maybe, you know, or Twitter pages or what have you, right? The Geek Monster says Melkor is the most powerful Ainur. He's not counted among the Valar, of which Manwë is the most powerful. Yeah, for sure. Manwë, he best knows the will of Ilúvatar, and yeah, he's the most powerful because of that. I would say after him, Mandos, perhaps, either Mandos or Ulmo or Aule. One of those three is the most powerful, but I would say together, like, those three are definitely after him, because they helped forge the world. Hair Dark Curve, thank you. Hair Dark Curve. I appreciate that. I've just been butchering that name this whole live stream. Marion Baggins says, I went to the Inkling last year. That's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. I have to also go to Britain too at some point and see all of Tolkien's places. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. This has been great. This has been awesome. Forgot our boy Tulkas bled 101. That's funny. I mean, Tulkas, he's very powerful, but I would say Manwë's more powerful. Loot up, let's get it. Oops. Sorry, hold on. I'm running out of space. Aha! There we go. I'm just gonna throw these out. Why not? Alright, last boss. Here we go. There he is, or she is, I think, yeah. Hrimil is a woman. Who fought by the side of Morgoth himself. An elder dragon, that's awesome. That's so cool. Paul Brill asks, okay, this fight needs movement. Okay. Asks, are we now in the 5th age of Middle-earth? As in, we are on Middle-earth. Some scholars, oh my gosh! Oh, he's gone. I know he survived that, but still, I don't know how. That's hilarious. What was I saying? Okay, the ages. I think some scholars say that based on how Tolkien did his ages, how long they were, and how they would always end with a major war, right? So War of Wrath, War of the Last Alliance, War of the Ring. They would always end in age. So based on that, with like World War I and all that kind of stuff, I think somebody said we were in like the 7th age of Middle-earth. Oh, I should be paying attention. Hold on. If you get back, I move to left out a group, then back in. When you get stunned, it means she'll do a 360 degree oh no, frost breath. You will need to run to ice shields to stay alive. Follow one of the people with marks above their head. Okay. Goodness. Okay, let's do this, guys. Let's do this, and then we'll wrap up the ate one of the dwarven rings. That makes sense. That's super cool. Yeah, she's huge. Some of the lore pages in the Abyss of Mordaith from Sindgurt says that Himril also ate one of the dwarven rings. Wow. Kyle McClure, you must have slain many a dragon in your time, Yoiston. Come on, give us a number. I wish I could see how many drakes Yoiston's slain. Probably in the thousands, if not tens of thousands. You can do it. Thank you very much. I just need to figure out how to, like, what these guys are, what the plan is. Also, gonna go yellow for extra debuffs. My cat's getting hungry here too, so I'll have to feed her dinner pretty soon. So stay close to her at all times. Okay. She punts. Oh, okay. That's why there are cliffs. Call the Valar for aid. Yeah, for real. All right, guys, we're going full Tulkas. We're going full Tulkas this time. Let's get it. Gotta pull out my Palantir. See, this is what I mean. There are some things that are like just kind of like fun, right? Obviously, Yoiston would not have a Palantir. Okay. We'll give it one try. All right, guys. Let's do this, Men of the West. Let's do it. And then that'll end our live stream. And if you need to go, Yoiston, all good. But we should get this. Let's do it. Dude, look at him go, man. He's charging. He's doing it for Frodo. Okay, I'm going to just kind of hang back and kind of put some debuffs on. All right. Best... The Geek Monster. Oh, man. Okay. Best cry for Elendil and Elbarath and anything you can think of, Yoiston. For real, dude. For real. Man, we need Eonwë. We need the Valar, the host of the Valar for this. Shields, run, 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 run. I am not sure where to run. Woo-wee! For Yoiston. Need a Jedi to fight for you. Oh, man! Okay. Woo! Yeah, for Frodo, guys. Let's go. Let's do it. Alright, I'm just trying to stay with everybody else so I don't automatically just get wiped. I should have switched to Keeling. That'd have been nice. Oh, this dude. Well, this lady. She's crazy. Oh, wait. Oh, we're about to get jumped back. I think. No, we're okay. We're okay. Can you guys hear my mouse click? Just go. I am just spamming. When stunned, get ready to run for shields. Okay. For Wrath, for Ruin, and the Red Dawn. You're right. Geek Monster. Elendil. Oh, no! They killed my Dwarf Herald. Or, she did. Okay, gotta get ready to run. Let's see. Where are we going? Where are we going? Ah! Oh. Man, this is crazy. I am getting close to dead. And I destroyed my health potion. Okay, I got a couple health potions here. We're getting there. Yeah, for real. Our man Rampersad. Where is Earendil when you need him? My boy in a boat just comes flying in. That would be awesome. Not gonna lie, that would be sweet. Oh, the Dragoch raid. That is fun. That is super fun. Let me see. Stephen Smith asks, are there more Ainur other than the Valar, Melkor, and the Maiar? It's a big Aya out there. It is. Well, it's possible. It's possible, right? So that's an idea of what Ungoliant was just a dark Ainur that was outside of the world and the void. It's I think a lot of the Ainur are outside with Ilúvatar in his halls. They probably just were not embodied. South, south, okay. Whew. We're getting there. Oh my god! No! No! Oh no! I went one step too far! No! Oh my gosh! Dude! Thank you. Oh. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Yeah, if you guys are heading out, thank you for joining me. Or if you guys are getting here, welcome to the live stream. We're kind of getting to the tail end here. This raid is carrying me. Like, their backs must hurt. They're carrying me so hard. Like, they all just had to jump into some water to revive me because I fell off and died. And I died again! Oh, I wasn't fast enough. Oh, no. That's too bad. Oh, well, she caught up. Dang. Sorry, guys. I think that was on me. Yeah, let's try again. Let's try again. Let's go for it. I'm going to, Rip Yoyston, for real. Oh, man. Woo! Okay. I do have some plans later on after this, but man, we gotta kill a dragon. I'll have to explain. Like, we gotta kill a dragon. Yeah, his spirit will find... Oh, thank you guys for the Fs in the chat. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm switching to healing. Yeah, dude. Knight's... Yeah, for real. Thank you, Knight. Oh, man. Big shout out to Knight. Like, for real. Okay, I'm gonna switch to healing. Thank you. Oh, Iru, we just got bamboozled. Alex Walker, that's an acceptable excuse to be late for anything. I had to tell, you know, I was telling them, it's like, okay, guys, you want to hang out, but, like, we got this live stream, right? So, you know, let's, and hey, this is just the best way to end it, right? We're at 200,000 subs. We're going to kill a dragon, and then we're going to call it a night. It's going to be sweet. Thank you guys for the Fs. Appreciate you. Daniel Mohan, that's the second time you died. Yoyston twice now. For real. Like, no, I'm probably not. I don't think I'm great at raids. I'm not. I'm a little more casual of a player than raiding. Than doing a lot of raids. I do it more for the story experience rather than the grind. Yeah, Dream Master, the live stream must end with a dragon being killed. No exceptions. You're real. You're right. You're right. You're right. Bamboozled is a word that is not used often enough. Thank you for that. Thank you. Oh, okay. Well, it's funny. Since we're waiting here, I was reading through my texts, and it's like they're trying to meet up early anyway. So it's like, all right, well, I'm fighting a dragon, so I'll get there when I get there. Nah, I appreciate those guys, but today's the Sunday. It's the work day. Yoyston has been sent back for a time until this task is done. You're right. Thank you, the geek monster. A fool's hope. Maybe it is a fool's hope. Nazgul of Angmar. Maybe it is. But yeah, no, you're right. We need Bard. We need Bard the Bowman. For Gondor. For Gondor. Oh, we got another Bjorning. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's get that hope. Maybe we already had the hope. That may have been a waste. You put the lore in Lord of the Rings. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate that. That's funny. We forgot about our boy Fram. You're right. Dude, Fram. Let's get him here. Bogerton 56. Yeah, I mean, Helm's Deep. I love Helm's Deep. That's my favorite. That is my favorite expansion for sure. But yeah, it's still so much fun. I love it. I love it. How is this person just trapped in ice? Let's see what emotes we got. Banner Gondor. Get those moves. Oh, somebody put an anvil down. Oh, that's nice. I forgot about these. Yeah, I forgot about. I need these. I need to use these when I'm in fellowship instances. Yeah. Okay, so the goal, guys. The goal is to not jump off a cliff this time. Alrighty. Hold the line. Gondor isn't always on time. For Gondor. For Gondor indeed. I'll switch to my other outfit here. My Minas Morgul one. Okay. Like watching a movie hoping the heroes win. Thank you. That's the hope, yeah, for sure. We will stand. We got this. We've got this. The horn of Helm Hammerhand shall sound in the deep. One last time. And Yoiston, can you Oathbreaker Grim when I call it? Sure. Okay, so I have to be paying a little bit more attention to this now. So if he needs me to do Oath. Okay, all here. After both Grims die, run with me. Okay. All right, guys. So if I don't see your chats, I'm just gonna be concentrating. But I appreciate you all for sticking with me. We got this. All right. I'm gonna res. Oh, okay, somebody already got her. Whew. Okay. Even the smallest Yoiston can change the course of the future. Thank you. Appreciate you. Alright. I feel like I'm just the biggest burden on this raid. Okay, Bell. Help on Marksy if you can. DNF? DNF, okay. Not me. Well, that was gone. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Just trying to Get the buffs. Okay. There it is. Whew! Courage for our friends. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever done this raid, so definitely an experience for sure. This is awesome. I love this. Even though I've died like so many times. Yeah, I know. If it wasn't copyrighted, I would be blasting Howard Shore's Lord of the Rings music. Or even blasting, like, LOTRO music. Punt's incoming. I'm just still waiting on that oath. Whenever he needs it. I can summon those oath breakers to just deal more damage. It's kind of just a debuff, yeah. See, and this is what's just so cool about LOTRO. It's like, look at all these elves and men and dwarves and hobbits standing together, you know, and even Bjornings. Okay, all right. So do not run off the edge. Do not run off the edge, unless everybody else does, I guess. See if they're smirking then. Classic Dying Ironfoot. Dismiss pets. Alright, now we're all jumping. Alright, let's get it. Let's go. Woo-wee! Let's go. Oh no. Oh no. Let's get out of that. Let's run. Whew. Oh man, I wish I hadn't used that. Okay, that's okay. Come on, this is where we wiped last time, so... Okay. My heart is pounding, not gonna lie, my heart is going. Everybody's yelling run, it's like... Yeah, I'd hope we're running by now. Yeah, see, like, this dragon would have been created by Morgoth and said that, right? I love that. Okay, run, marks you got interrupts. I'll call them, run. Okay. 7 million health? Oh my gosh. Wow! Thank you guys. I appreciate your chats. We're getting that dragon. We're getting him. Or getting her. Whew. Okay. Apparently we're running this way now. Oh man. I'm at the back of the line. Yeah, I don't know. Smout probably wasn't the smallest. Probably the smallest of the named known dragons, but probably there were other ones for sure. Oh my goodness.
You will not escape me.
P the Yoyston, yes. P the Yoyston. Oh. Guys, we did it. We did it. Woo! Wow. Thank you all. Wow. That was a ton of fun. And guys, thank you in the live chat. Honestly, you guys kept me going. Oh. Yay! Oh man. Yeah, that was great. That was so much fun. I gotta figure out how to loot with all this. Oh my goodness. Hold on a minute. Okay, I'm gonna throw out some health potions, and now I'll trade back. Oh, thank you so much. You all will be remembered. Will be at the West Channel forever. Yeah, thank you guys, man. Oh man, yeah. I'm like, my heart's pounding. My heart is pounding. Not gonna lie. And they are the heroes. They are the heroes that carried Yoistin through, a whole dungeon, a whole raid. Nice. Wow. All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it, guys. We're gonna teleport. Oh man. Okay, hold on, Marksy, hold on. Sorry, Marksy, I'm just out of room. Oh, thank you, man. This has been a great day. This has been so much fun. Cheers to everyone. We'll head back. So I know technically, according to the lore, right, Aragorn was like, hey, men can't pass into the borders of the Shire. But right now, Yoistin does have a house in the Shire right now. So, to be fair, Aragorn probably hasn't passed that law yet since the Scouring of the Shire hasn't happened yet. But, so Yoistin owns a house in Middle-earth, or in the Shire. Yeah. Well, and that's where the adventure always ends, right? We always make it back home. I'm going to just... Yeah, I'll do that later. All right, guys. Thank you all so much. We hit 200,000 subscribers. We beat a dragon today, which is more than I thought we would. I mean... Oh, awesome. We can find drops of blood from Karsgar. Awesome, that makes sense. Okay. So pretty much Karsgar, the guy that got like thrown by the dragon, somehow he survives. So you can see the blood trail of him running. That's pretty cool. But yeah, guys, I mean, we beat a dragon today. We passed 200,000 subscribers. I really appreciate you all. You know, I really mean it. You know, every video, every time that you guys join me, it means the world to me, right? I've been making videos consistently for the past 2.5, almost 3 years. And, guys, you've just been along on the journey and really made this channel, this community, what it is, the Men of the West. So, you know, yeah, thank you guys for the raid. Thank you, Nabucodonosor. Appreciate ya. Yeah, you guys, we all are the Men of the West, and yeah, it means a lot. Thank you all so much for joining me on this adventure. I'll see you all next week with the Balin video. I'll figure out some way in which to do that. It'll either be an epic character history or some kind of different maybe series or playlist on that. So thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed today. I really did. This was so much fun, and we'll have to do something like this again, at some point in the future. So thank you all for joining me on this adventure. Until the next one, my great friends.